Welcome to Site Plan 3. If your primary goal is community impact, where should you direct your focus? I am absolutely thrilled you're here for this explainer of the AI Gyre Agents 24/7 AI Governance Learning Pathway. In this cornerstone module, we're laying the absolute groundwork for your AI journey. We're moving way past the theoretical stuff and getting right into what actually works on the ground. So let's dive right in and get your foundation built out. Right off the bat, before we get into the mechanics of today's framework, let's quickly ground ourselves in our overarching mission. As a California nonprofit, we are entirely dedicated to building a practical, community-focused pathway to help organizations move from confusion to governed action. Look, if the rapidly changing AI landscape has you feeling totally overwhelmed, take a breath. You absolutely do not have to figure this out alone. There is a practical pathway forward, and we're going to walk it together. And that brings us to a really critical question. If your primary goal is community impact, where exactly should you direct your focus? It is such a vital starting point. We all know that nonprofits, legal aid organizations, and clinics operate with incredibly limited energy and resources. You literally cannot tackle every single AI use case all at once. It's just not possible. To truly maximize your community impact without completely burning out your team, you have to be highly strategic. You need a reliable way to filter out all that noise and pivot directly to the goals that actually matter. So, what's the secret to prioritizing your AI governance specialties? Well, today we are ranking AI governance specialties by unmet need and funding signals. It's a real game changer. It's not about chasing the flashiest technology or the newest shiny AI trend, which honestly is where so many organizations waste hundreds of hours on low-impact experiments. Instead, you're looking closely at the most urgent, pressing challenges your community faces and matching those with the financial backing that proves the work can actually be supported long-term. Okay, let's jump into part 1, the framework, impact versus effort matrix. As you review the impact versus effort matrix on the screen, think of it as your strategic weapon against wasted time. It structurally balances the potential good of a project, the impact side of things, against the realistic, practical work it takes to pull it off, which is the effort. It forces us to be brutally honest about where a project truly sits before we invest a single dollar or a single hour of staff time. Is a proposed workflow low effort but ultimately kind of low impact, or is it something much more transformative? By plotting potential workflows right here, you immediately see what is actually worth your energy. Let's look at a concrete example to see how this plays out in the real world. You will see that some workflows, like automating client intake for legal aid, require high effort due to strict confidentiality rules you have to navigate and safeguard. It is definitely not a quick fix, but the payoff? It yields massive community impact by expanding access to justice for people who desperately need it. The high effort of properly governing that AI system is entirely justified by the transformative impact it has on your community. Our sources point to a few specific areas where community organizations are finding rapid success right now. Today, we will look closely at high-impact areas like legal aid intake, clinic communications, and grant compliance. We just touched on legal aid intake. But second, think about clinic communications. Imagine ensuring every single patient gets timely, translated, and crystal clear information without entirely burning out your front desk staff. It's a massive win for public health. And finally, grant compliance. This is traditionally a massive administrative burden, right? Well, AI workflows can help streamline that reporting, freeing up your incredibly valuable team to focus on the human element of your mission. Ultimately, this whole shebang boils down to one core concept: sustainable action. Aligning your specialty with both unmet needs and available funding signals ensures your work is sustainable and deeply impactful. By choosing the right specialty based on your organization's unique capabilities, you guarantee that your AI governance work isn't just a short-term experiment that fizzles out in a month. Instead, it becomes something that truly lasts. Moving right along to part 2, your next steps, the practical output. Okay, here is your practical game plan to actually put this into motion. To see which high-impact areas make the most sense for you, check the description below this explainer to download today's practical output, the Priority Shortlist tool. This will help you rank potential specialties based on your organization's unique capabilities. Bring in that impact versus effort metrics to find your absolute best path forward. And once you have your initial priorities mapped out, proceed to the next module in this pathway to continue building that foundation. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Which high-impact AI workflow will your organization tackle first to expand access to justice? Take that question, grab your Priority Shortlist tool, and let's get ready to turn this governance framework into real-world, sustainable community impact. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I can't wait to see your govern action in the next module.